Good morning, welcome to IBC 2016. I'm Joe O'Halloran, Editor-in-Chief of Rapid TV News, and I'm here with Lewis Kirkaldie, Head of Product Management at Cinegy. Lewis, good morning.
Morning, Joe.
It's been a really great year for the industry so far, and in a lot of ways, quite a lot better than 2015. What's been driving the industry?
I think we're really lucky to work in this industry where there's actually really new things to strive for. So I'd feel really disappointed if I worked in the paint industry and saying, what's new in paint? Nothing, same as last decade. So in TV and in broadcast, we've got the internet, we've got OTT, we've got 4K, we've got cloud. There are just so many topics you can pick. It really feels like living in like the era, the dawn of the jet era, and there's just everything is new to go for. And I think that really shows. I think that really drives in the enthusiasm in vendors and customers as well are really picking up on this and enjoying what they can do and how they can change their business.
You mentioned there, Lewis, Ultra HD and 4K. How far away is it from being mainstream? And what are the particular challenges, say, regarding playout and asset management?
It depends what you call mainstream. These days, the goalposts on mainstream have moved. So, for a couple of years now, people have been watching 4K in a regular home anywhere they can get Netflix. People are recording more and more in 4K now. People are mastering it, pretty much anything they make for TV that's got any high budget in 4K to future-proof it. The Blu-rays have even come out in 4K now. So I'd say it's actually well past the mainstream barrier now, and it's just that some of the ways that the services work right now are just going to change, and then maybe they won't move up to a UHD, maybe we'll just consume it in a different way. So we see a lot of customers where they still have SD customers, launching new SD channels today still, but all the way up to doing 4K OTT platforms. So I think it's not a case of when will it go mainstream and push other things out. I think it's a big tent and there's room for all of it.
That's a really complex environment. How do you manage complexity in these days of TV everywhere, multi-screen, TV running on every conceivable form of device?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand how the complexity increases. It's no longer just an antenna and one or two channels. So I think broadcasters have done a really good job of actually adapting to that. If you look at the way that broadcasters are now delivering some of their OTT platforms, complex new things they have to deliver, they're actually managing to launch these platforms without calling a halt to everything and designing something on paper with 100 people for 3 years. I've seen many customers launch really complex OTT platforms with a couple of staff and a bit of kit and a bit of time, and then they're off. So we had Dogan, our customer in Turkey, went from no OTT platform 3 or 4 years ago, or a very modest small one, and as of the beginning of this year, they're the number 3 user of network bandwidth in Turkey, behind Facebook and YouTube. So it's really interesting to see customers reach up and meet these challenges as much as the vendors.
Now, I guess, most importantly, given that commitment to quality and to multi-screen and to 4K, what is Cinegy doing to reflect all these trends, and how is what you've got here reflecting?
I mean, we've always been a software shop, and as that's the guiding light of what we do at Cinegy. So we're not beholden to try and sell any particular hardware or sell any particular services. So that makes it really easy for us to react to requirements. If we find a new codec that shows up that takes half the size to do the same job, we don't have to worry about the storage department going, no, don't sell them that. And that means that as a company, we're really ready to react to what customers need. And the second part is we're always working to try and have open standards, open interfaces. So when we put in our OTT platform that ITV use in the UK for ITV Player, they love the fact that they can just click out and get XML. They love the fact that when our transcoder didn't do what they wanted, we just plugged into Vantage. So it's a really good thing to be in that approach where we just say to customers, you come meet us halfway in the middle, and we will sell you software and help you with that. But that empowered customer meeting us where we're just like, here's our software, we can change it a bit, but we're not going to try and protect any fiefdoms, we don't have any other things to work with, there's no real agenda beyond making great software and selling it. We're finding a lot of traction with customers on that, and they really are appreciating that, and then innovating their business really quickly and easily compared to what it would have looked like 10 years ago.
And what is on the roadmap for the next 12 months?
Well, our 12-month roadmap is actually, we ran our tech conference in February and we said the agenda of 2016 is finishing things. So we showed off cloud-based playout 2 or 3 years ago, and we've launched that into the Amazon Marketplace as of this year, so people can just click and buy that. So we want to finish off more things moving to the cloud, and not just saying to customers, honest, we're in the cloud, but you can go and click and get it tomorrow. There's no talk to a Cinegy representative, sign a form. Click and have it. So we want to do more of that. More of finishing off, polishing out 4K. So now we've launched 4K 60. We've seen a lot more people interested in 60 because you can't do sports at Progressive 25. So we've finished that off. So for us, we're continuing on our journey to try and get IP everywhere. Yeah, we've been working for ages to try and make sure that we've got pure software that doesn't have, oh, you just need to put this card in to make that part work. So there's no compromises when you go up to the cloud with Cinegy. You just take the GPU instance, because we do like the NVIDIA boards, and we can run a fully identical, exactly the same version of Cinegy Air in the cloud. And for us, one of the most important things about the cloud is that democratization process, where it's not, yeah, sure, come into this room, sign this NDA, let's talk about a massive deal. So it was really important for me to work with Amazon and to get on the AWS marketplace. So anyone in the world with just a credit card or an Amazon account can click and have Cinegy Air tomorrow. And to go along with that, we've moved all of our product documentation into the public internet. So now you can just go to open.cinegy.com and access all the manuals, the quick guides. There's no wall hiding behind any guardians of the company's secrets anymore. So you can just click and do it. And for us, we've been planning to be in the cloud and be in virtualization and be in whatever that means for 10 years. So it is pretty fair to say, much as anything that's been around for 15 years can be described as cloud native. We're as close to that as you could get.
It's a whole lot to deal with. But what do you think are going to be the headwinds and the challenges you'll face?
I mean, one of the recent challenges we've had is actually educating our customers on what's possible in the cloud. So we've taken on staff to help customers launch projects where they're trying to do some more complicated migrations into the cloud. And actually a customer education of not just the, hey, sure, it's in the cloud, it just means we'll have your credit card and bill you every month, but actually setting up, they're migrating parts of their data center into that environment. What security problems do they have? These enterprises often have, it takes one customer 40 hours to open a port on a firewall. So adapting our customers as well on this journey and helping learn with them is one of the big challenges. The technology at the minute, as we look to roll out more things in the cloud, is actually not even slightly holding us back. It's the logistics, it's the education, it's the change in model of who will actually be responsible for rebooting a broken service. Is that the customer running their cloud management tools, or is it the vendor? And then when you end up, as I think is the right thing to do inside that cloud environment, a heterogeneous environment where it isn't all just one vendor, then you have to say, well, who is monitoring this? Because you don't want two systems all monitoring half a cloud. So there's some real challenges there, but it's just a fantastic time to be working in this environment, because who doesn't love a challenge?
Absolutely not. And you mentioned time. If we are sitting here this time next year, how differently will the industry look?
I mean, we've seen the industry itself move a lot from 2015. I think that's what I'm really feeling at 2016, is that everyone is talking IP, everyone is talking cloud and 4K. And I think what will be different next year is that the industry will have one more year of experience of genuinely doing that and understanding what does work and what doesn't work, what has a good business case and what actually just didn't make sense. And I think the world will just get a bit wiser, maybe be a little less enthusiastic, but actually have a bit more practical experience. And we're kind of sat on the other side of that, waiting to meet people at the other end going, yeah, it turned out that you don't get to have unicorns growing on the side whenever you have a cloud system around. There's actually hard decisions, and it will be a bit more nuanced than that.
Well, let's wait for the unicorns.
Who doesn't love a unicorn?
Lewis, thank you very much, and thank you for watching.